I'd like to welcome everybody to episode two. Episode two, dose. I'm being bilingual this episode of the Burning Tree podcast talk. Today we're going to talk about quite a bit of different things. We're going to talk about current events. We're going to talk about the NBA. We're going to touch on football. Then we're going to get a little bit into some entertainment. So to get us started, I'm going to go ahead and invite my guest for this week. I'm going to invite in, you may already remember this guy here, the hat switcher, Julian.
Salutations.
You're not doing your Bible reading today?
I did that this morning.
Okay, cool. Well, just let everybody know you're going to see a lot of Julian. He's going to be a regular guest. He's like going to be my Memphis Bleak.
Semi-regular.
He'll be my Memphis Bleak to my Jay-Z type.
I can't be Dang. I can't be Dang Dash.
No. You fortunate I'll make you Young Chris.
First of all, Young Chris ghost wrote for Jay, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Rumors. All right. The next guest we're going to invite in the former mayor of San Antonio.
The Tone.
That is Gavin, aka Scoop.
Look at that free promotion right there.
What's good?
Yeah, I hope Hennessy's paying you for what you just did. If not,
hey, I drink a lot of it, so you never know what they're giving me, man.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm lying.
I say former mayor of San Antonio because he is from San Antonio. However, he's been living up here in Dallas for a long time. He doesn't live there no more. And on the topic of San Antonio, let me ask you a question real quick. Can you explain why IHOPs close at 6 p.m. in San Antonio?
100% I can.
Okay. Can you do that? Right now?
Because we have some of the best Mexican restaurants in the world. Okay. If anybody needs any suggestions, I can definitely lead them in the right direction. Our Mexican restaurants stay open 24/7. So, why need a pancake spot when you can go get some Mexican pancakes?
That's a terrible answer.
So,
and maybe
you go anywhere and get some IHOP. Don't nobody go to IHOP. Okay. Nobody looking for IHOP in San Antonio.
Well, definitely people in San Antonio don't look for IHOPs because when they get off of work, it's closed.
It was an embarrassing moment. My boys wanted some IHOP in San Antonio. It was around the corner, and we went. Sun was still out and couldn't get in the door. Nobody was there, So,
and Corona wasn't going on either. That's not the reason. There was no Corona. It was just closed. Right. I mean, that's how San Antonio does it. So, you know what I'm saying? Next, I'm going to invite our last guest today. We're having 3 guests. We're going to invite, I don't even know what to call this guy. He could be Jarrell. He could be Morley. He could be Little. He could be many things. He could be the noodle eater. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Little? How your week been?
This Negro called me the noodle eater.
We started early, huh? Okay.
Hey, y'all got to fight after this.
Which is fine. This is pasta, to clarify.
Okay.
I don't eat noodles.
True that. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us after your busy day of noodle eating and pasta eating, whatever. Something we want to, since we have you on here, if y'all listened to the show last week, Beanie told a story about this gentleman here, Little, when his car got broken into, and he ran.
I remember that.
He ran along with his friends to see this guy who broke his window, and he said he's calling the cops. Is that true or not? Is that what happened? Or did you listen? Did you hear the story?
Yeah, I lived the story.
I was like, he was there.
I'm talking about did you hear how it was described on the podcast last week?
And I understand, it seems like a lame move. You have to think about it like this. Me, Jordan, and Gavin were living together. Beanie and Seth came over to hang out. My alarm on my car went off. It was going off for like 5 minutes. I didn't know what was going on. I check out the window. I seen it was blinking. I get close to the car. I see my window was busted out. He ain't steal nothing. So I'm pissed because that window probably cost me like $1.50 to fix. I come inside. Big Eyes there too. We go looking for this dude. We just go walking around the apartments, man. Seth and Gavin find the kid, and I say kid because that's what he was, a kid. He wasn't a 25-year-old man. That nigga looked like he was about 15 lifting weights. Here I am, 26 years old. Gavin's like 20. Jordan's like 21. Big Eye like 21. Beanie like 22. So, they done hemmed him up, took his screwdriver, whatever. I'm coming in full speed because I'm already pissed that he broke my window. So I'm like, I'm going to lean on this nigga. I don't even mean to say the N-word. My fault. I'm going to lean on this dude. But I'm looking at this kid and I'm like, he's a kid.
Well,
so I'm saying to myself, if I lean on this dude, two things going to happen. I could get arrested for fighting in public. Two, we're all African American. So some of us going to get hemmed up. Some of us might not make it. So I tried to be the mature person and just called the cops on him. So I did. And while we was holding him up, a dude that was in another apartment, he came out, see what's going on. Older gentleman. He seen we got the guy hemmed up, found out he broke into his car. He went to his apartment to get his gun. By the time he came back out, the police were there. You remember that, Gavin?
I do.
Now, the illest thing was this. When the police got there, I'm thinking I did the right thing. The police were like, so you didn't hit him? I'm like, nah. He's like, well, a Texas rule is protective of your property. You can do anything you want. And that's when I knew I could have whooped him.
Well, appreciate you shedding light on that. And you did the mature thing, definitely. But that's a good segue, actually. We're going to talk about some current events, something that has already happened about kids and people getting knocked out. The high school football player from here in Texas, Edinburgh, I think Edinburgh High School, he ran full speed from the sideline, ran into the referee. Now, in the whole backlash of it is the team that was in the playoffs, part of the punishment was the whole team got eliminated from the playoffs. They won their game, but they were kicked out of the playoffs. He was charged. He's out of jail now. Obviously, got bonded out. Who knows what's going to happen with the charges? So, for my first question, first topic, what was your thoughts when you saw that situation, and did the punishment fit the crime? Let's start with you, Junior.
I mean, we've seen things like this before. It's not the first time a referee's been attacked. So, I mean, it sucks for the referee. It sucks for the team. I think that, the player should have gotten thrown out. I feel like he should get some legal stuff thrown at him. I do feel bad for the team, though, because the team didn't tackle the ref. It was one guy. So, yeah.
What about you, Scoop, what you think about the situation? You think
feel
he'll handle appropriately or what?
I feel slightly different. I think the team absolutely should have got suspended. The reason I feel that way is because the coach is the person that handles the team. You know, you need to a coach needs to be involved with their team members to prevent things like that from happening. I mean, if you know somebody on your team has that type of attitude, because I mean that was a bold move. You know, that was a bold move. You can't do stuff like that. And I mean, if you're out there playing football, you need to know that you're in a situation where you're gonna get challenged like that. You're gonna get calls against you to where you're not gonna agree with it, you know. And if you're planning on taking this thing the whole way, or even just to college to get you an education, can't let stuff like that affect you. So I think I look at the coach big time on this type of stuff. You know, you need to know your players a lot better. Um, at the same time, I think the player should get in trouble to a certain degree, because at the same time he's still young. You know, I don't think he should get charges brought against him that's gonna affect his life completely. I think they need to get him some help because you know, for you to be doing some stuff like that, you know, you can't react right like that with everybody. You know, especially out here in Texas and the South. You know, they'll, you know, you better be glad you get up and walk away from an incident like that. You know, so I think he needs some help. I think he needs some understanding. To be honest.
What about you, Little?
Well, I completely agree with Max on this topic. Max was talking about
Which way you call him Max?
Gavin.
I'm trying to get that paper.
I disagree with Stephen A. Stephen A. was I can't be serious. Hold up. Let me be serious. Okay. So I don't know if it actually stated that he was kicked out of the game already. Was he kicked out of the game already?
I think so.
Yeah, he was. That's what got him mad.
So the coaches know he's a hothead. If you hothead like that on the field, you hothead like that in practice. So for the team to get kicked out the game or get punished for it, those coaches know what they got. They ran after him because they knew exactly what he was going to do. But the problem is he was already hot when he got ejected because he did something foul on the field. So you already know you got a hothead on your team. And then he charges the field. This guy ain't got no helmet on. He know exactly what he's doing. It probably takes a good 5 seconds to hit that ref. Those 5 seconds, like the 5 seconds I had where I could have leaned on that kid, that whole 5 seconds I was thinking while I was running full speed. Now he didn't think. He was running full speed, was like, I'm laying this dude out regardless. And it cost him.
Little, I ain't gonna lie though. I wanted you to whoop that dude though, man. I ain't going front.
I wanted to whoop the dude.
I
But
was
at the
like,
same time, I was like, the same situation on that, I had to make that decision when it came to one of our parties where I got arrested. My head was telling me, don't go out there and try to save Jamie. But as a friend, I can't let Jamie go out like that. Everybody was just watching him get faded.
Yeah, I have no idea who you talking about now.
Another situation.
Okay.
So yeah,
I was like, Jamie, the Jamie we know, Jamie.
Well,
not get faded like beat up. He got arrested from the cops. They pulled him out the house.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly pulled him out the house, or they pulled him out the house.
He allegedly got arrested.
Oh no. No, he got arrested.
Yeah.
It cost like $10,000 worth.
He telling all the business.
So let's take
One
a break.
thing is, I got arrested myself trying to help him.
Let's take a break from snitching real quick and get back to this football player. But
I resent that.
no problem, 6ix9ine.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, my bad. Let me. I digress. So, uh, get back to
Nah,
the. Let,
take that back.
I'll take it back. Let me get back to this kid, right? So, a lot of people have had that same opinions as all of y'all, right? They say he's a kid. Well, he's 18. He's probably 18. He's a senior, 17, 18. Yes, he's young, a young adult. However, I don't think being a kid is an excuse for what he did. And the reason why is because kids play sports all the time. There's only a rare account that we know of that actually let that emotion get the best of them for them to do the unthinkable, which is attack a referee. You know what I'm saying? That's like an unwritten rule. You don't touch the referees no matter how hard you get. So that's the reason why when situations do like happen like that, the situations get blown out of proportion. Now, I do think that the punishment of the whole team was necessary. And the reason for that is two reasons. One, it's going to be hard on the player because his actions, this is his first teaching lesson. If he's a young kid, this is his first lesson that his actions don't just affect him, it can affect other people. And by, that could hurt him worse and teach him a valuable lesson. Now, do I think he learned that lesson? I don't think so because I saw a screen print of his Instagram or Facebook or something, and the banner was like for people to stop putting hateful messages on his board, and if the referee would have got a wrong call on them, they would have did the same thing. So this is days later. He's still mad about the situation, still felt what he did was right. So in that situation, I think that maybe his situation at home isn't the best. Maybe he grew up a certain different way, but I do think counseling will help him because it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, you're young, but you're not too young to know that doing that is wrong.
Okay, that's cool and all, but what y'all saying, but how does his actions mean that the team should pay that penalty? To Gavin's point, he said he blamed the coaches. There's 50 some players on that sideline. That's why there's multiple coaches. Nobody in their right mind, even hot-headed or not. I don't care how hot-headed you are. Nobody thinks that guy is going to run out on the field and attack the refs. So you can't really put that on the coaches. Like, think about when Spreewell attacked the ref. Should the team have been disqualified? No, that's one person. You can't. I don't feel that situation that the team should have been penalized for one person's actions. Now you could say whatever the reason, the kid hot head, problems at home, whatever. That's a whole nother thing. But for the team, I mean, shoot, that.
I mean, but what does that show everybody? So you just mentioned that there's multiple coaches on the team. What does that for a player to do something like that? That was like a big leap. Like you just don't do stuff like that.
Exactly.
So what is that showing everybody from the outside looking into the team? Like how much control do these coaches really have over their team? Because a coach. But so when I played football in high school, like our coaches was literally involved in everything from home, even though I didn't want them involved in home because I didn't want my dad to know I was playing football. But I mean, they reached out home and seeing what kind of person you were, your classes. They was asking questions all the time. Like they had to be involved because, especially when you playing a contact sport like that, you get your testosterone gets rolling. So, I mean, I understand I understand the point, but I just think they need to. I felt like they lost control of their team, and then when he hit the guy, like Little mentioned, he was on the sideline throwing a fit the whole time. I mean, I know he was over there cursing and going. The coach or one of the coaches should have grabbed him and took his behind to the locker room right at that point. Like he shouldn't even been able to run back out there on the field. So
Now,
I just felt like they lost control of that. Not the whole team, but it makes me question their control of their team. So
I mean that's fair to question that, but is that valid enough to disqualify the whole team? Keep in mind that team is full of seniors. You got seniors on there, right? So
do you risk that happening again? Because that's how the law has to look at it. You know, do we risk this happening again? Because that dude was a big old dude. He could have killed that dude. You know what I mean? If he hit him hard enough, could have killed him. So I think they got to look at the risk.
Yeah, I'm not trying to excuse the kid's actions at all.
Right.
My main point is he snapped, but all these other guys paid for it.
So sometimes you gotta end up policing your own neighborhood. And trust me, them kids that lost the chance of getting a state championship, they probably got in his face by Monday.
So
he wasn't the only big one on that team. But the crazy thing was this: he's a big dude, which it'll probably took me 5 seconds to hit the ref. It probably took him like 7. So you looking at a whole defensive line or offensive line that was out there on that field, watching him run across that field with no helmet on.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I think Julian, to your point, I understand what you're saying, punishing the whole team for one person's actions, but we've seen it before, not to this degree. We've seen situations but this is what I'm saying. Most of us probably haven't played organized sports, right? But we've also seen movies in which one person's late for practice and the coach makes everybody do push-ups and have him watch. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like a thing that is a new situation in which if one person does something, the whole team's punished. Now, to this degree, for them to be kicked out of a playoff game, that's an extreme degree. But in the same situation, you have to, as a coach, and the coach isn't even the one to make the decision, it's the ISD. Their concern is trying to have these people grow up to be mature people. They don't care if they go and play football. This guy was an all divisional guy in Texas, so he has some kind of scholarships. This is Texas, you know what I'm saying? So he probably lost a great deal there, but I think the approach that the ISD did, yes, it was harsh. Yes, it was extreme, but I don't think it was completely out of line. I think there was a reason and a motive behind it. And, we'll just see what happens. So we'll see what happens, later on down the line.
One last thing. It's not over for that kid. I recall a guy named LeGarrette Blount who cold cocked the dude on the field. I thought he was done.
Yeah, I thought it was a wrap for him.
You talking about he was in Oregon?
Yeah.
I thought that guy would be playing overseas somewhere.
What was that? That was after the game and they lost, right?
Yeah.
It was versus Boise State.
And then the dude just come up to him to shake his hand or something like that. Yeah, okay, I remember that.
And at the time, we was like, "Whoa!" Like he's done. We thought he was done.
Yeah,
but he cocked another player. Your boy ran up on a ref.
I understand, but the point I'm trying to make, when he punched that player in the face, we thought he was done. We'd never hear or see from that cat again. He made the league. So,
but he didn't make the league as a first and second rounder. He got drafted like 6th round.
Okay, that's all right.
He had to earn his position. And he was a pre-draft. Let me phrase. He was a pre-draft before that incident. They were looking at him like late first, second round.
The
he lost that much money.
The point I'm trying to make is this kid, it may seem like it now, but he hasn't thrown his career away. That's all I'm saying.
He hasn't.
He's going to work. He's going to work a lot harder.
He gonna
Julian, do you think this taught him a valuable lesson?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, this kid could have had a scholarship to LSU, Texas Tech, who knows? Now he's going to be at a community college. So,
Yeah, he going to community college.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to just work harder, but
he gonna have to work harder, and you know, I'm sure LeGarrette Blount did too. Even he had to regain trust and everything because that's what he was known for.
Yeah.
When all of that, but hey, if you want it enough, I guess you'll do it.
He got 3 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
So real quick before we move on, speaking about people getting knocked out, real quick, give me 5-second answer. If y'all would have been Nate Robinson, how long would it have taken y'all to answer one of our phone calls? Gavin.
3 seconds.
So you would answer our phone calls that quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna face the music, bro. He was better than me. I ain't about to be ducking. Hey, if something like that happened to me, let's go. Come on, bring it. I'll swole and everything, man. Give it to me. Let's go.
What about you, Little?
What's the question again?
I said if someone would have Nate Robinson you, how long will it take for you to start answering our phone calls?
I mean, should I get worse right now? So ain't no big deal to me.
What about you,
I'm
Junior?
like, yeah, I went and took one. Ain't no big deal.
hey, y'all better than me. You will hear from me for a week.
Oh, we know that. I know that would happen for sure.
Yeah.
So let's move on to something else that happened this week. The ESPN posted their top 10 players in the league right now. You probably see it scrolling down, but we're gonna kind of touch on that real quick. They have number 1 LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Greek Freak, Luka, Kawhi. The bottom 6 is KD, Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Harden, and then Jokic. So let's start with you, Gavin. Who on this list do you think is too high? Do you agree with this list? Do you think there's a couple players that's too high, too low? What do you think?
I struggle with this list right
And
now.
no, you can't put Tim Duncan on the list. So let's just move on from that.
He would be on the all-time list though. So
he struggles with this because he loves and hates Kawhi Leonard right now.
Yeah, let's just blank him out, dude. And it's I'm gonna say this: LeBron James, basketball. I don't want to say skill, but the effects that they can do in an actual game, playing just basketball, right? I don't think LeBron should be number 1.
Who would you put number 1?
I would either have to say Anthony Davis or
LaMarcus Aldridge.
No. I want to say Kawhi, right? I want to say Kawhi, but I don't think Kawhi, like, he just doesn't have that effect in the game. Like
Okay.
LeBron James has this effect over the whole game, even though he's not the best player on the court. I think just having him on the team gives his teammates this confidence, and it helps them rise above because they feel secure because King James is on the team. So saying that, I think that's why he's number 1, and I can let that ride. I can let that go. I can accept that. I think Kawhi Leonard is a better play. I think Kawhi Leonard is better right now, but he doesn't have that effect on his team.
Okay.
Holistically, I'm gonna have to say Anthony Davis should be number 1. I'm gonna have to say KD shouldn't be on this list at all. Kevin Durant.
Based on last year.
No, it's not. It's not based on last year because there's 2 people on this list that barely played last year. So
yeah, like is he even still up to the can he get out there and do the same thing he did? He could shoot. And and
Hey,
and, and of course I'm biased because honestly I ain't never really been a big KD fan. Ever since I heard he couldn't bench press 145 pounds coming out of college, that's just doggone ridiculous to me, man. You a professional, okay? You a professional athlete.
hey, y'all
Get
remember the
get
NFL
your weight
Network
up.
top 100? And it was the year Peyton Manning missed all season because of his neck.
Yeah.
You know they had him right there at 50. He didn't play one game.
Well, he was able to come in I wonder how many people actually believed he was going to come in and ball out. I'm not saying KD can't prove it. I'll say myself. I'm not going to say KD can't come in and prove me wrong, but you know,
All I'm saying is just
I'm not
off of
convinced.
off of his talent alone, they know what they have. Yeah, he ain't played all last season, but they can't name 7 people better than him, and he missed the whole season.
So with that being said, we'll come back to you, Scoop. What do you see anything wrong with this list, Little?
I mean, it is what it is. It's just
Got to give me some more drink. Hold on.
I can't say Steph is better than Kawhi because Steph team went down and they played horrible this year. And he missed 20 games, and I think they only won like 20 games. And this is just KD's gone, so you're only missing Clay. And if Clay has that kind of effect where you can went from a 73-19 to 20 wins, then I mean Steph Curry is still Steph Curry, but he just got to learn how to carry a team. So yeah, I understand why they don't have him in the top 5. He's the best shooter on this whole top 100 list, whatever they got.
Well, Steph Curry missed a lot of games too. I mean, he missed a ton of games. So I mean, it wasn't. There was a lot of players that was coming. Basically, whenever you have Draymond Green as your best player, you're not gonna win a lot of games. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not knocking that. All I was saying is, even when he was playing, before he went down, they weren't winning many games.
Who you talking about, Little?
Well,
Steph Curry.
He went down like game 8.
Game 8.
Something like that. They hadn't played 10 games and he was already down.
This past season? Yeah, that does sound about right.
Yeah, he was out. So like I said, they played majority of the season with Draymond.
So you telling me he didn't make it to Christmas?
No. Absolutely not.
10 games is still October.
He played 5 games.
He played 5 games. So
before he tore his ankle?
Yeah, like I said, he didn't play much at all. So
the whole season he played 5 games. That's why they suck so bad.
So he got injured on the second game because he played the last 3 games.
Yeah, that's what he did. He got injured like real early. He came in and played like 3 or 4 games. I don't even know if it was the last 3 games. It was towards the end of the season, and then they shut him down for the rest of the season. So that season, that whole season for the Warriors was without Steph Curry, without Klay Thompson. That's why people were still high on them to come back this year before Klay got hurt again, because they had that whole season without their 2 main guys, and they were going to get a high draft pick. So
now we know how good Steph's going to be. Now you without, and you the assassin. So y'all should at least win 50 games.
I mean, I don't think they can do that with Steph alone, though, right? Like Steph needed help.
They still got. I mean, it's not like they talentless. They still got Wiggins.
Wiggins is talentless. I'm not saying he sucks, but you forgot he was on the Timberwolves for like 7 years before they finally shipped him to what's it called? And this is after they gave him an extension. Then they still shipped him to Golden State.
Well, this Warriors team will be better because they do have Oubre that will help the team out. If Steph Curry's not hurt, they have a big man with Wiseman. So we'll see how that works. Julian, what about you? What you think about the list?
I feel like KD is too high. I feel like he should be like 9 or 10.
We agree on KD for once ever.
Well, look, if KD's healthy, I think he's number 1 or 2.
There you go.
I mean, he's that guy. Look, I know, Gavin. I know.
KD.
Look, you don't like that he went to the Warriors, but that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. If KD's healthy, he's 1 or 2 on his list. He's coming off of a major injury. And I just want to see it. If I could see like one preseason game before this list came out, then I feel more comfortable with him at 6. So him at 6 is a little high. If they had him at like 9 or 10, I'd be okay with it. I think that Harden is too low. Harden at number 9, that's too low for me. And I tell you why. Can't nobody stop him. Period.
But himself.
Okay, you can say that about a lot of guys. Can't nobody stop him. So you've got arguably the best offensive player in the NBA. He's getting better defensively. There's no way that I think that he should be number 9. I think Harden should be, higher.
I agree with that. I think I would have to agree with that. I do agree with that.
I would have him over Kawhi. I would actually have him over Kawhi because at least he's gonna play. You don't know when Kawhi's gonna play. This load management is nuts with Kawhi.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about just regular? I thought you were talking about playoff play.
Right.
James Harden don't play in the playoffs. He just shows up in the playoffs.
You talking about being in the game.
You just talking about being at the game. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Kawhi's like, my pinky toe is tired.
Terrible, man. And I think so. I would have Harden up. I think I have him top 5. Luka is incredible. I'm not ready to put him over all these other established guys yet.
No.
That's probably my most favorite player on this list.
Hold on.
He's incredible. I'm just saying to put him over KD, Curry.
KD didn't play. Curry didn't play.
Look, man, I hear you.
Kawhi takes his time. Your boy Luka dominated. In how many games did Porzingis miss?
Yeah.
He did.
And the Mavericks were still 4. There were 5. They were still 5. That's all Luka.
I need Luka. I need Luka to do it one more time, and I need him to lead his team deeper into the playoffs. If he can lead his team deeper into the playoffs, Western Conference, yeah,
that's gonna prove a little more there, huh?
Well, what I think I'm a little different when it comes to the whole KD conversation, and the reason for that is I think the reason why KD and Steph are low on this list is because what y'all said. They didn't play last year, and it's, what have you done for me lately? But they are still good enough to be on the list. I personally would have KD 3rd on this list. And here's why. This injury doesn't scare me. And this injury doesn't scare me because I've seen it before, him coming off an injury in the playoffs. Nobody thought he was going to play. He came in and wrecked shop until he got hurt again.
It wasn't this injury, though.
This Achilles injury is different.
I'm about to say it wasn't this injury.
And this is not Kevin Durant 27. This is Kevin Durant 32.
Yeah, but the thing about it is Kevin Durant is known. He has explosion, but that's not all he has. He has shooting. He has defense. He has that kind of stuff. So his game, to me, is not going to be as effective as somebody who, like, say, for instance, LeBron James. If he had an Achilles injury, I think it would be tough because he plays downhill. He's explosive, that type of thing. Kevin Durant can play however he needs to play. When he was in Oklahoma, he fell back some parts until he needed to and let Russ do things until he was like, hey, this is me. When the Warriors wanted him to take over, he took over. You know what I'm saying? So Kevin Durant can change and be whoever he wants to be. So I can't just forget about that.
Okay, but with that being said, the thing that makes KD great is because he could do everything.
Right.
So if you take that explosiveness away, yes, he can score in other different ways, but that explosiveness is what made him a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Like just someone incredible. So you got to knock him down a notch or two unless you see it, first of all. And if he ain't got it, then you can't put him that high.
For instance, LeBron James' physical ability has slowed down, but his intelligence has shot through the roof.
Yeah, his basketball IQ is crazy.
So it's like his shooting percentage has
Crazy.
actually gone up. And he's a spot shooter now. He picks good spots. He knows when to shoot the ball, when to find the open man. When he was with Miami, it was score, assist. Now, this dude is playing half-court ball, and he's actually playing better. They asked this dude. They were like, if you were one-on-one versus Miami LeBron, who would win? He said Lakers LeBron, because Lakers LeBron is by far smarter. He knows how to conserve energy. He knows when to actually get up the court. He knows when to use explosion. Just LeBron at 27 was just like, I'm giving you everything. Which is why in the finals, his body was breaking down.
So overall, I don't think any of us feel that the players that's in the top 10 shouldn't be there. But, there's some little movements, that we really don't agree with. Is that pretty much correct?
Right. But my point was, as long as KD becomes smarter on the court, you won't see a change.
Okay.
That's it. And then you'll be like, yeah, because if he gets smarter on the court, then yes, he will be the greatest player on the planet.
Cool. Well, before we move on, I want to just give a shout out to Joker. No player like him in the league. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think he deserves to be there, maybe a little higher. But Joker goes hard. So that's going to be my saying from now on. Joker goes hard. So none of y'all take that. I'm trademarking that mug.
Ain't got to worry about that.
Right, so we're going to move on.
We don't want it.
NFC, a lot of people have the two top teams in the AFC pretty much the same. Steelers, the Chiefs, pretty much. Washington football team kind of had to smack around the Steelers real quick. So, they may have took a little hit. But the NFC is a lot more wide open. A lot of people predicted Tampa Bay to be better than what they are. We don't know what's going to happen with Drew Brees. He's older, coming off an injury. So there's a lot more variables in the NFC. So who do you have coming out the NFC? Little, who you have coming out?
I kind of stopped watching NFC football after Dak went down, but I watch the NFC East because I want everybody to win except the Cowboys, which is fine. And then, me and Julian have this discussion about the Redskins winning. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Washington team winning. And I'm ecstatic about them winning. And he hates every bit of it. So I'm winning in that.
Every bit of what? When they beat the Steelers or what?
Hated it.
He wants them to lose just as much. See, the weakest schedule in the NFC East gets a top 5 pick. The best schedule, the best team gets a playoff bid, and you get a number 20 pick. No matter if you're 5-11 or 11-5, you automatically go to playoff picks. And then the very next year, you get a playoff schedule.
Yep.
So do you have a favorite in the NFC East or NFC rather?
As long as Sean Payton is coaching that Saints team, the Saints are the threat. I don't care who's. Last year, your boy missed 5 games. They went 4-1.
5-0.
They went 5-0. No Drew Brees. Right now, they're 3-0. No Drew Brees. That machine is rolling.
Yeah. What
It's
about you?
just he changes it up. So it's it's the Saints to lose, but their threat is the Packers.
What about you, Julian?
Yeah, Saints. Their defense is really really good. I don't think the Saints can go far in the playoffs with Taysom Hill. Necessarily. Like I mean, he's cool. He's cool, like for a fantasy quarterback. But
Yeah, he is.
but but if Drew Brees, I don't care how old Drew is. Drew Brees knows the offense like the back of his hand. He knows where to get the ball to. Saints have a great defense. They've got a lot of weapons. I mean, so yeah, I would say there's and then for me the sleeper is always Seattle.
I forgot
Every
about
time,
Seattle.
every time. I mean, right now I think they're a wild card, but every time people sleep on them, they just win. So that's a sleeper. But I would say Saints.
Scoop, who you got?
I think it's gonna be Seattle. Um, that's really who I feel. I mean, Russell is impressive, man. Dangerous is impressive, dude. So, and
Dangerous.
I mean, and the weapons that he has around him, DK, we got the second coming of Megatron. That dude is it's
He
ridiculous.
different. He different. He
you know
different.
that
And he's
it's
still raw. Like he ain't even he don't even know the route tree yet.
He don't.
yeah, yeah, just raw talent, man. So I honestly, I really feel uh like those dudes are gonna be the ones that come out the NFC. I mean, I do understand where Little and Jew is coming from with the Saints because you know Sean Payton. I wish Sean Payton was a Cowboy.
Man,
To be honest, like
he
when
should
that
have never
whole
left.
situation happened a long
He
time
should
ago,
have never left, dog.
I wish we had him. And I mean, I think I can sit up here and say we would have a different situation, but at the same time, we still got Jerry. So I don't know how that relationship would have turned out, but it would have been nice to see.
Yeah,
Um, but I think Seattle. I think it's going to be Seattle. And like I still think the Buccaneers are going to surprise us.
okay.
That's what I'm gonna have to. I'm not a Brady fan, but Brady, it's Brady. He knows what to do, and he probably has the best wide receiver talent out there right now.
Man,
Godwin. He has Evans, and now he got Antonio Brown. Like, dude, he got some talent around him, man. And then I mean, he got his safety net, his baby blanket, man. He got big Gronk out there too. So I think they're gonna surprise us, dude.
Okay.
o- only problem with that situation is the playbook he's playing with.
It's a little different.
They gave him Peyton Manning playbook. Like you see, a lot of his players are doing seam routes. When that boy was playing with the Patriots for 20 years, you would see one guy maybe do a seam route every 5 plays, but the majority of those players were doing 5 yard outs. Either somebody doing a slant, somebody coming right under the line, and then you gain yards. And that's how he was moving them chains. He playing with BA, and he got the rocket launcher plays. He's got two receivers going deep. He got like one receiver doing a 15-yard out. You know what I'm saying? And he has like a running back doing a dump out pass. But it's like you can see Brady's overthrowing these guys. Like he's overthrown Antonio Brown beating his man on the deep pattern. I've seen it 5 times. I've watched 3 games.
Why do you think he's overthrowing him? Is it the playbook? I mean, it's hard to overthrow, you know, uh
Like
Antonio Brown, so why do you think it's happening?
it's not like it's a timing he's not used to.
Mhm.
Like if you watch the last time he was doing seam routes when he was with the Patriots, Randy Moss was on that team. And that way he could just let that ball go with all his energy. He knew Randy Moss was going to run under it. That's why he had no issue with that.
Mm.
But now it's like you're playing with all these good receivers who got speed and everything else. But if you're not used to doing seam routes, like you don't have one of those, like they would be killing if Antonio Brown started playing like Julian Edelman. They would be killing folks.
Yeah.
But that's not in his playbook.
Godwin is supposed to be the Julian Edelman guy.
Yeah, he's the
I don't know if they got that connection yet.
The utility back. I understand. But what I'm saying is Godwin is not doing 5-yard catches neither. You see what I'm saying? Edelman got like 100 receptions. He got like 100 receptions and probably like 600 yards receiving. You see what I'm saying?
Like you said,
to be fair, Brady played with these guys for how many years? How many off seasons to get that locked in, to get that chemistry? They just got a COVID off season. So
that's for everybody though. There ain't no excuse for everybody. Everybody had a COVID off season.
Right, but if you look at the teams who's in the same playbook with the same players with the same coaches, those are usually the ones that's faring better than the ones that got to learn something new. Now,
are we giving Cam Newton that leeway?
Whatever happens this year with Tampa Bay, next year will be better.
Next year should be better. But what I'm saying is this: are we giving that same leeway to Cam Newton? We're not.
Well, Cam Newton,
6 and 7.
He's not good anymore, so that's different.
But you know what? Brady's only 2 games ahead of him.
Well,
they're 8-5.
Yeah.
Cam Newton 6 and 7.
Well, I mean, all y'all got valid points. all y'all got valid points, but
and he went on the team like 2 weeks before the season started. Brady had the whole off season.
All y'all have valid points, but the thing that I can't not count out is Aaron Rodgers, man, and the Packers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is playing football better than he has in the last at least 3 or 4 years. And it's surprising, he's thrown 36 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, man.
Yeah.
36 and 4. And, they're one game behind the Saints right now. They do have a defense. And the thing that Aaron Rodgers have now and has had for the last couple of years that he didn't have before that was a running game. The running back is a factor. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't had that. So Aaron Rodgers is playing the quarterback position top notch, and he has a top notch running back. That's a touchdown machine. When you have that, it doesn't matter who Aaron Rodgers throws to, as long as they can catch the ball, they're gonna win some games.
I agree with that. I agree with that, Marshall. You definitely can't count out Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers, man, dude he's a field general. So I've seen him do some stuff that you can't if they're down, you can't count their games out until the clock says 0-0-0 in the fourth quarter, man. So I agree with that.
So if it's the Saints and Packers, you pick the Packers?
I would, and the reason why I would play the Packers, especially if Drew Brees is back there, is Drew Brees is getting older and he is showing it. I mean, it's not like Aaron Rodgers, it's not like Tom Brady. Because Drew Brees is showing his age. He's not going down the field like he used to. And if he gets pressured, because Green Bay does bring pressure with both of the Smiths, Preston Smith and the other Smith, I forgot his name, 55. You know what I'm saying? I think they can get to him, and I don't think that right now Drew Brees is good enough to overcome pressure right now.
But you have to also remember, Drew Brees isn't a guy to really hang on to the ball that long. He liked them quick. He liked them quick shots to Kamara. He liked them quick shots to Thomas. So yeah, Green Bay defense is cool, but it ain't like Brees is having 7-step drops. You know what I'm saying? No, Brees gets that ball out, which is why his percentage is so high. So I mean, is Brees starting to age? We can see it, but that Brees is still better than a lot of people. And when you got the weapons that Brees got with the defense,
yeah, that'll be a good game.
So would you take Brees or Alex Smith?
man.
Let's move on.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Drew Brees against that Packers defense, 7 TDs, no interceptions. 634 yards passing. Drew Brees
Against
versus
what?
the Smith brothers.
What is that, last year, or what are you looking at?
This is including up to the last 2 years.
Yeah, but he's 2 years older. So
I said up to the last, so this includes last year as well.
Well, I mean, but he's not the same quarterback as he even was last year. He's just not, and he's coming off an injury. So, I mean, I think it'll be a good game. Would I be surprised if the Saints beat the Packers? No, but if I was someone who wanted to put money on it, I'd always put my money on Aaron Rodgers. That's just
you losing a lot of money because he only been to one Super Bowl.
You'd have lost all your money last year.
Last year I would have.
He was not
you
good.
Losing a lot of money. He's only been to one Super Bowl.
I understand.
I mean, Brees too. So
but I'm not betting on Brees. He said I bet on Rodgers. I bet if it's money, I'm betting on Brady.
Who you betting on? But Little, who you betting on with if you had to bet between Brees and Aaron Rodgers? Who you taking?
If Drew Brees is playing right now, he's 4-2 versus the Packers all time, and he 2-0 in Lambeau.
Let me ask you: do y'all think home field matters with
now?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No.
I think the environment can matter, like the weather and the some parts is colder than other. Like some people, I think, can't play in Green Bay because it's too cold, and they still got a field that's outside. So I think that takes effect. But as far as home field advantage and fans, and I mean, a lot of people look in the stands and it's empty. So I don't think it plays I don't personally think it plays a factor anymore.
Yeah.
So the last game where New Orleans played Green Bay was this year. They lost 37-30. But Drew Brees was 288, 3 TDs, no interceptions.
Okay.
So he ain't lost a step because Aaron Rodgers was 283, 3 TDs, no interceptions.
Okay.
So he actually played better than Rodgers. They just lost the game.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to compare their stats, I mean, that's one game. I mean,
you said he's lost it. I'm proving to you this year they've already played. He ain't lost no step.
I didn't say he was trash. I said he's not Drew Brees from last year.
This looks like Drew Brees because it's this year. It's almost 300 yards passing versus that Packers defense you was just bragging about.
And that was that one game. But if you look at it, everything as a whole, and if you watch the game instead of just instead of looking at the stats, you can see it.
I hear what you're saying. I watched that game. But the thing is this. Since then, and the New Orleans, people tend to forget, New Orleans started off 1-2. They're 10-2 now. I'm sorry, they're 11-2.
Okay.
They've won 10 straight games. The Packers were 3-0. They've lost 3 games since they started off 3-0.
That's a great stat.
So all I'm saying is, think about this. Think about this.
ESPN.
All I'm saying is, think about this. 3 of these games, Drew Brees wasn't even playing, and they're still rolling.
Right, and that's why I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints beat the Packers. But if I'm going Packers versus Saints, my first instinct will be to go with Aaron Rodgers and
So
the
you
Packers.
would bet money, but you wouldn't be surprised if the Saints won.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. I
So you
mean,
comfortable losing cash?
let's move on.
I'm you like I bet money on Rodgers, but I'm not surprised if the Saints win.
Yeah, point taken. Point taken. All right, so we gotta move on, guys. We running kind of long here, but let's move on to some entertainment a little bit. Uh, right now, let's name your top five actors or actresses in your opinion. Your top five. Julian, let's start with you.
I'm pretty sure a lot of our lists are going to be similar. Got to go with the GOAT, Denzel. Too many movies to count. That's great. I like Don Cheadle. He's on my list. I like Leo DiCaprio. A lot of good movies that he's made. I like Will Smith, man. I like Will. So Denzel, Leo, Will. Let's go with I like who played Batman?
Which one?
Ben Affleck.
Which Batman?
It was a lot of them, I guess.
Christian Bale.
No, yeah, I like Christian Bale.
Christian Bale was good.
I like him. But there's lots of good actors. I mean, it's a lot, but those are ones that just came to my mind. I like those.
What about you, Scoop?
Well, I got a couple of the same as Jew. I love Leo. You can't go wrong with Leonardo, man. He's got a lot of good movies. Lot of good movies. I'm gonna have to say Will Smith, just like Jew. I again a lot of good movies. I have to say Tom Hanks. Love Tom Hanks. And my personal goat is Samuel L. Jackson, man. I mean that dude is a lot of movies, he got some lot of rated R's, man, but he got a lot of classics, man, and he's funny, can play diverse roles, and I mean,
Can he though?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Can he play a lot of diverse? I mean, this is your list.
he was a slave that loved white people. He was a Marvel character, okay?
Mhm.
He was Pulp Fiction. He was a gangster, a gangster cop. What was it? Were they cops?
So he played multiple roles, but he really played multiple characters.
He pretty much made the
They made the character around his attitude.
So, what was your last one? I think that was four.
Man, I'm gonna have to go with a special one that I personally like, man. I like Viola Davis, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
I think she's a great actor, man. We talking about diversity. She can play a lot of diverse roles, and from a slave role up to running things, So
Yeah.
I really enjoy looking at Viola Davis, man. So Tom Hanks, Samuel, Viola Davis, Leo, and Will Smith.
Gabby, your black card might get revoked for that one.
But for who?
How Denzel not gonna make your list of top 5 actors?
This the thing about Denzel, man. Love Denzel, like, but who list he ain't on, man? I mean,
because he deserved to be. That's like saying,
yeah.
Give me your top 5 basketball players.
Yeah, nah, I can't argue that. I can't argue that. I look at Denzel Washington movies over and over, man. So
I I'm gonna help you out, Gavin. When it gets my turn, I'll tell you what your reason is, because I have a reason as well. But
Okay.
he's on my list. But
Well, you ain't. I mean, that ain't doing nothing.
I'm gonna help you out. Let's hear from you first, though.
Give me Chadwick Boseman.
Hmm.
There's a Leo. I want to say Denzel, but his 2010 movies just sucked.
See,
But
and
he's still a great of all time. He's still a greatest of all time. So, am I talking this generation or I'm talking all time? All time, he's a great of all time. But it's like I did watch the man, I forgot the name of that movie. The Equalizer, that was good. But if we talking about action, man, I watched Tom Cruise all day. Like I watched Jack Reacher, I watched The Day After Tomorrow. You got Matthew McConaughey. Like I watched, I love that what's it called movie? I forgot the name of it. Dang, where he's in space.
Oh,
Chris Pratt,
no, you talking about
No,
you talking about Clooney?
Matt
come
Damon.
on, McConaughey.
Okay. Oh, McConaughey.
Interstellar.
I love Interstellar.
Interstellar was good.
I like.
Have you seen the new one? That new one he got, The Gentleman.
Yeah.
Nah, you talking about the one where he's in like the UK
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
and he plays like this weed dude who's a dope dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that at the movies.
Yeah.
He goes hard in that movie.
Yeah, you do.
But you know,
I can feel
Leo
Matthew
is a
McConaughey.
top guy. You know what I'm saying? And I watched every Chadwick Boseman before he even hit Black Panther. So by the time he hit Black Panther, I was already on his team.
42. Ooh.
42. He played the that one lawyer who's known for the civil rights. I forgot the dude's name.
Marshall.
Michael Douglas.
He played Marshall. Yeah. Played Thurgood Marshall. He played
Thurgood
James
Marshall,
Brown.
James Brown was good.
Yeah. And then, it's so what I got 3. I got him, McConaughey.
Well, you named like 15 people. So
No, I've named 3 people. I named 4 people, but like it just depends on what you like. Like him, and then I'm gonna put in there Matthew McConaughey. That's just it.
okay.
I want to say Denzel's a given, but after Remember the Titans, I don't remember any of his movies.
Yeah, you sleeping on him, dude. He's put out some movies the last 10 years. Like,
okay,
like he had Book of Eli.
Book of Eli was dope.
that was 2010. That must have been 2010.
Yeah, he said since 2010 he ain't put out no good movies. So,
Okay, I'll give you what I'll say is that was actually 2010. That wasn't like 2014, 2015. That was 2010.
Well,
What about John Q? When did John Q come out?
Like 97.
yeah,
No, it didn't come out in 97.
Yes.
John Q?
it came out 2002.
Oh, 97. I was about to say.
well,
I know I wasn't in the 5th grade when that movie came out.
Quick, these Denzel movies just in this decade. So Book of Eli, Unstoppable, that was the train, right?
Yeah, that was a train.
Safe House,
I don't know what Safe House is.
Deadpool guy,
Yep.
Flight was awesome.
Flight was good.
Oh, the drunkard. Yeah.
Two Guns.
Two Guns was
I
dope.
never even watched that.
Two Guns was dope. That's with Marky Mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Equalizer.
Marky Mark would knock you out if he heard you call him Marky Mark, dude. He would lay you out.
The
Listen,
Equalizer.
ain't no 5'2" dude about to just lay me out with one hit now. I mean,
Your dad,
anyway,
your
go
dad.
ahead.
Moving on.
All right. So number 4.
Night.
The Magnificent Seven.
Ooh.
Okay, he's in my
That's a
top
good
5.
one. That's a good one.
Magnificent Seven was a good one. I forgot about Magnificent Seven. That was a good one.
Magnificent Seven was ooh.
That was good.
So that was 2016. Then you had Fences, Roman, J.
I
Esquire,
watched Fences.
and Equalizer 2. Dude puts out great movies, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll give you that. Okay.
Real talk.
So, yeah.
I watch movies just because Denzel. I don't. It don't even matter if Denzel in it. I'm gonna watch it.
he's not in your top 5. Okay, moving on. My bad.
What?
Well,
I need you. It's like real talk. Denzel. Like, let's be diverse here, okay? Let's be diverse, right? Denzel is Denzel. He's like the actor of all actors type of situation. Like, you're expected to say him. Let's make the conversation interesting and not say Denzel. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say.
well, here's my list, and
Who ain't finished his list?
who? Yes, he did.
He did.
Who was number 5?
Little named 35 people. he named 35 people.
Name like
Okay. Give me 5 people I named after 35.
Oh,
Matt,
I just
you named Matthew
remembered
McConaughey,
one.
You named Leo. You named Chadwick Boseman. You named Denzel.
Oh,
You named
McConaughey.
she like who else you named?
He's got one more.
Tom. You named Tom Hanks. You named.
I didn't name Tom Hanks. Gavin named Tom
I
Hanks.
named Tom Hanks.
Okay, well, give me your fourth one, please. Fifth one.
I don't have one, man. So
Okay.
I think can it,
Oh, I hate you guys so much, man.
can I say an honorable mention?
Go ahead.
Jamie Foxx, man.
Okay. Okay. Is it because you thought Shanae was fine? Is that what it is? Not
He
Shanae.
wasn't Shanae. So all right, so move on because your joke didn't work.
Wanda.
Your joke didn't work.
Wanda was fine. Anyway, here's my list, man. Not necessarily in any particular order. Leo, Tom Hanks, Will Smith, Denzel, just because I felt like I had to. I figured like black people would like try to
Be your own person, Marshall. Okay,
thank you.
right? Be your own person.
for the culture. I had to say Denzel. Then I have Viola Davis. I think Viola Davis is super dope, man. Whenever, if you can cry and have snot come out your nose, man, I'm telling you, that's acting, dog. That's like no shame.
That's allergies.
That's no shame. Like you see snot bubbles coming out of their nose, man. That's definitely acting. But I would definitely put, if I wanted to choose an actor to play a different kind of role, I would choose Will Smith over Denzel, and here's why. I feel that Denzel is in control in every single movie. No matter the situation, he's always in the place of being the cool guy in control. Even in John Q, when he was, doing the what he was doing for his son, he was in control. He was always chill, and no matter what, he could die at the end of the movie, but he was always in control. Will Smith has played a lot of different roles in which he has more diversity in what he can do. And some roles he was in control, some roles he wasn't. Like in Pursuit of Happiness, you know what I'm saying? You just felt how felt the what's the word I'm looking for, the vulnerability in that, you know what I'm saying? I just think that Will goes places that Denzel doesn't normally go, and it may just be a situation that Denzel's not asked to go those places, which is fine. But I just feel that, and it's the same way. Denzel is a great actor at what he does, but I put him in the same boat as Matthew McConaughey. It's always going to be Matthew McConaughey. You're always going to get his little goofiness out of him, that kind of thing. He's in there for certain roles. Denzel's always going to be cool, calm, and collected, no matter what.
That's not true.
Samuel L. Jackson's always going to be a certain way.
Denzel was not cool in Roman J. Esquire. He was a
he sure wasn't.
He was a dweeb.
But that was a hilarious movie.
It was nothing close to anything he's done. Even in Fences, he showed vulnerability. He wasn't in control in Fences. So
yeah, he was kind of somebody you could hate in Fences.
What vulnerability did he show in Fences?
He was an angry black man
that beat his wife.
So that's
vulnerability. Cheated on his wife and hated his son.
And hated his son. Yeah.
So
that's not cool. That don't make him. That movie didn't make him cool. It made him somebody you don't want to deal with.
Him being that guy made everybody like Viola Davis. Like you know with that dude.
Now let me. When I say cool, I don't mean like, oh man, I want to be like him. I'm saying like cool meaning always in control of the situation. That's what I mean. I don't mean cool like, oh man, thumbs up to him for beating his wife and cheating on her. No, I'm talking about he's always the person that's in control of every single situation. And
you saw that in Fences and Roman J. Esquire?
Yeah, I mean he walked in, hey wife, I got a chick pregnant and it is what it is. I gotta take care of my baby. So what up? I mean, come on, man.
I don't think you've seen that movie. I think you read the Wikipedia of that movie.
I've seen the movie. I've seen the movie, and the movie makes me mad because we're in his yard like the whole flipping movie. You know what I'm saying?
It's
a play.
It was a play. Yeah, it's a play.
I understand it's based off a play, but if I wanted to see a play, I'd go see a play.
I thought it was a play.
I mean, that's just what it is. If I wanted to go see Romeo and Juliet, I'm not going to put on, I'm going to go to a theater, see some props.
Marshall, you ain't playing since elementary school. I don't want to hear that.
I've been to I had to go to a play because I was a chaperone for my kids one field trip. So, look, give me that. But I mean, like everybody, all the actors you name are great actors. I personally prefer Will Smith over Denzel, which is probably not a popular opinion, but I mean that's just how I feel. I mean, honestly, I forgot about Chadwick, where I would probably put him on my list. For him to be able to play so many real characters and to get it all out of it,
He did his thing in James Brown, man.
Yeah, he does his thing in all of them. I mean,
this is a man's world.
If you actually seen him, talk, he just sound like a regular New York dude. But he just changes in every part he plays, man. And
I love Chadwick. I just don't think that his filmography matches up to a lot of the other greats that you could have named. But I ain't mad at it though.
Cool.
I'll say this: if it wasn't for Denzel, there probably wouldn't be a Chadwick because Denzel funded Chadwick to go to that acting school.
Yeah,
fact, true.
So,
but I mean, when we talk about filmography is kind of like that person's stats, right?
I understand, but every movie he hit was fire.
Yeah,
that was it.
21 Blocks was
21 Blocks was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I'll give him a pass for all that because he was sick during that whole time. So
yeah.
Anything after Black Panther, I give him a pass on. Even the Five Bloods.
Message from the King was hard.
I haven't seen that.
It's on Netflix.
I didn't finish it, man. I actually was watching it on a plane ride and fell asleep.
Oh, is that where his sister got killed?
Yeah.
In South Africa.
Well, We
But my fifth is Keanu Reeves.
yeah, right. Are you serious?
Yes.
I like Keanu's dope, man. That's the Matrix, dog.
I ain't talking about the Matrix. Every movie he's made became a cold movie, and they turned it into a trilogy.
Yeah. My honorable mention is Robert Downey Jr.
Ooh, I like that. I like
Uh,
that.
Iron Man only.
I like that better.
His Sherlock Holmes movie sucked,
But
Are you serious?
and his Doolittle movie was horrible.
Oh,
Have you seen The Judge? You seen him in The Judge?
Where he played the lawyer's son.
The son, yeah, he's a lawyer's son to the judge. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, I know Mark's probably tired of movies. Go ahead.
I got another honorable mention.
oh my god.
Robert De Niro.
Of course. Of course.
All right, well,
Of course.
okay. Well,
But he's not your top five, Julian.
I appreciate all y'all's honorable mentions.
Oh my gosh.
So let's move on. Let's have a little fun with movies. If you were the casting director to your own biopic, what actor would you choose to play yourself and why? Let's start with you, Little. All right, Gavin, let's start with you.
All right. Honestly, this is probably the easiest question you could ever ask me, dude.
He gonna say Drake.
It's the easiest question you could ever ask me. Me and this dude, we act alike, we sound alike, we look alike. All the movies that he's been in, I can relate to every single character.
Robin Williams.
No,
Ben Affleck.
we look nothing alike. It would have to be Denzel. I mean, come on, dude, it's obvious. Period. Let's go.
Denzel. Okay.
Denzel, absolutely, 100%. You know, ladies love him. You know what else you need? I mean, you know, the John Q, Equalizer. You know, I don't play. You know, don't come up on me when I'm chilling, eating in my diner. You know, all of a sudden the lights go out and you know you sleep. You know, so we got that. You know, like I said, John Q. I feel like I do for my kids, my sons. You know, I mean, what else needs to be said, man? John Q. You could have you Denzel. You should have known that. Well,
First of all, Denzel wouldn't play you because he wouldn't step foot in San Antonio. So that's automatically a no go. He
listen. Did you see Two Guns? He was in Mexico. Okay, Two Guns. He dealt with Mexicans. And what was that? What was the other movie? What was the other movie, Julian, with the little girl, where he was protecting the little girl and he got shot up?
That's his best movie.
It's not Deja Vu. It's
There it is. Yep. I mean, come on, man. He filmed a lot of that in San Antonio, probably. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it was
whatever.
in Mexico City.
Gavin, I want to be nice when I say that's the worst answer I've
Out of
What's it called, Drew?
Out of Time.
Out of Time. There it is.
It's not called Out of Time. Out of Time is the one he had with Alan Thicke's wife. Ex-wife.
Oh yeah. And she it was like going back in time or something like that. Yeah.
It was Man on Fire, I think the one.
Man on Fire. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, Denzel, man. That's who would have to play the life and the challenges of Gavin Brown.
What about you, Julian?
I was thinking Sidney Poitier.
What?
Sidney Poitier. Okay. All All right, well, let's,
Oh shoot!
I think that's self-explanatory. I guess. I mean, both of y'all are classically whack.
You dress very well.
Oh my god, dude, that is hilarious.
I mean, but you think about it, Chadwick Boseman played Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall was light skinned.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh gosh.
Do you know? Do you have an answer for us, little now?
Yeah, what's the guy's name? Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The guy in
Who?
20 the guy that played in 2012, he played in the
A lot of movies.
yeah, the who's the
He played in 2012.
the black guy in 2012.
Gavin, do you remember the movie Salt?
Played in
Yes,
Salt.
He
He
was
played
black.
he played with not Julia Roberts.
he played
What's that
in
girl name?
he played in Doctor Strange. He played in uh
Why can't I picture this guy? What's his
he was
name?
in the guy from 12 Years of a Slave.
Oh, okay. That's that's okay.
He played the villain in Four Brothers.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
With the white mink. We
To
had the
bring
white mink.
your girl over to my house later on. Little fine little thing. Yeah. Somebody got to put it on
Yeah.
it, right?
That's funny.
What about you, Marshall?
Well, I think I choose Samuel L. Jackson, man, because I get pretty hype, man. No one can bring out me just kind of taking control of everything like Samuel L. Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't
just
understand.
I would have to say
I don't understand. What you're
Forrest. I would have to say Forrest Whitaker.
That's a good one, though.
talking. I was thinking the guy from The Wire, the cop who was McNulty's buddy.
oh, y'all making fat jokes? This is a
No, man. This is
we
not no fat jokes,
y'all
nothing.
gonna call me Faison Love? Is that
I was thinking
Worm.
Faison Love. I just never knew his name.
Big worm.
y'all are killing me. First of all,
Oh, man.
Gavin, I think who needs to play you is
Denzel Washington. Can't nobody else play me, dude.
Terrence
So
Howard.
I would say
I'll take Terrence Howard.
Vin Diesel because you're boring. Y'all are both boring. That's what I say.
Hey man, listen. First of all, you're saying that because he light skinned and you just trying to think of somebody light skinned.
No.
Actually, I'm not that light. If I'm not that light skinned, okay? First of all.
What?
Julian, I think the dude from the game for obvious reasons. Plus, y'all both have smart aleck mouths.
Jason.
Oh, man. Not Jason Pitts.
Jason
Wow.
Pitt. Little gotta be somebody like I would say maybe maybe who's that guy from who's Lorenzo Tate. Lorenz Tate. I would say Lorenz Tate for you, man.
Okay.
I feel like you should say pause after that, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Lorenz Tate and what was that movie with about music? He liked to wear turtlenecks. So,
Love Jones.
Hey, I'm playing Love Jones.
He was a turtleneck guy. So I remember back in the day, it was around the Carl Thomas days. Little was a turtleneck guy. So
Little had
turtleneck guy.
Little had every Nautica, every color, every size.
Was that when he was flipping the Infinity? The gold Infinity?
Nah, that was in high school.
Oh, that's before I knew him.
All right, guys, we're about to wrap this up. But before we go, I'm gonna ask y'all final question to get y'all out of here.
Why I feel like you gonna say prayer?
No, no.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
Wrong podcast. Wrong podcast. What's on your playlist right now? Go, Julian. What you been bumping this week?
Well, you know, I've been listening to some instrumentals because I'm working on a little some. But as far as like real people, I like that Benny the Butcher. That Benny's still hard. I gotta give that Busta Rhymes another listen to. I only listened to it once, but I gotta give it to another listen. But that's about it, Benny.
Scoop. What's on your playlist?
Right now, what's on my playlist is that new Juicy J, man. But for whatever reason, it won't play. Like I can't get it to play on Apple Music. So I'm trying to listen to it.
Yeah, dog.
But I'm hearing a lot of good things about it.
Hmm.
So
He got
that's what.
he got a song where he flipped this Hall and Notes beat.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna send it to you, dog.
Yeah, it's
That's
ridiculous.
fire. I'm about to
So
send it to you.
I didn't even realize Juicy J was that talented, man.
Hmm.
I didn't even realize that. So, but yeah, that's who on my playlist. Other than
There
that,
was-
until I get him, you know, I'm still listening to Busta Rhymes, still listening to Ti.
There was an interview. They interviewed Juicy J, and he said the guy from Columbia tried to sign him, not realizing he's been signed with Columbia for over 20 years.
Wow.
Wow. What about you, Little? What's on your playlist?
I honestly don't even have a play. I just listen to real rap, so it's like I just got a list of stuff like Nipsey Hussle, and then like old Jeezy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just a group of stuff. I just got it in the mix, but
Yeah.
it's mostly Nipsey and Jeezy and Rick Ross.
Cool. I've been. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been on the R&B tip all week, man. Listening to some Joe, old R&B. Joe. Listening to some Raheem Devon.
Mm.
What I'm saying, I've been slow coasting it, man. So that's the kind of mood I've been in. But I want to thank y'all, man, for coming out, being on episode 2 of the Burning Tree podcast. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I do have an announcement though. This is episode 2 of the Burning Tree podcast, but this will be the last episode of the Burning Tree podcast. It's not because it's going away. We're just going to change the name. I'll be announcing the name later. Well, I'll announce it now. Why not? The name of the podcast will be the Smitty Woo and Fran Show. And the reason why it's going to make it a lot easier for people to search for it. I mean, I've been getting a lot of feedback that, searching under the current name, it's hard to locate on everywhere you listen to your podcast. So make it make it easier. We're going to change the name. Happens in the podcast world all the time. Hey, who knows? It may change later on in the future, but for now, that's what we're rolling with. I'll make sure everybody gets a link. Keep following. Appreciate the love.
Why don't you go for Wooster for 3 podcast? Like Wooster, and then it's 3 of us. Because you always but the Wooster for 3 was like the shot that you would do in NBA 2K. We were like, Wooster for 3.
I want everybody to say goodbye to Little, since this will be his last appearance on my podcast.
So, I'm fine with that.
Y'all, see y'all later, man. Till next time.
Appreciate it, boy. Y'all take it easy, man.
Oh, my bad. Before you go, I'm sorry. Anybody, Gavin, you got something to plug, man? You got anything going on?
Little said peace.
Yeah, so I mean, just to throw that out there, I appreciate it, but I do have my own security gig going on right now. Any kind of electronic security, home security, CCTV. Get at me.
How can they find you?
You can email me at narose at narose.com.
Why don't you spell that, buddy?
NOROZAY. And
Narose.com. Okay.
yep, Narose Securities. Email, website coming soon. At the same time, hit my business line at the as that's out 817-247-5894.
You Mike
We
Jones now? Mike Jones? Okay. Giving out your number.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We also do consulting services. If you're just interested in security and you want to know more about it, hit my line. So appreciate
Okay.
that, Woo.
Julian, you still trying to see what you're gonna do with your life? Is that
I'm out here in Cali blowing trees.
all right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Joking. Holler.
Peace out.